Hello everybody and welcome back to another review. This is Crown Jewel 2025. I know it may have felt like I took a while to do this review, mainly because my throat was so exhausted after enjoying the show. And look, I still stand by what I said at the start, where I said that the match card itself looked great, but the build-up was awful. So, and that's how I still stand by all that. But however, I still also stand by the stupid, that this pointless Crown Jewel thing is just so darn pointless. And it just has no business being something for the wrestlers to be proud of. But this is the Triple H Paul Levesque era where we all have to bend the knee and just listen to what he does. Like, oh, he's the King of Kings. He knows what he's doing. He's Papa H. He does what's best for business, right? He does exactly what the fans want. Well, I'm pretty sure fans did not want to see a Crown Jewel championship. That I'm pretty sure the wrestlers themselves don't feel honored in wearing or carrying. It's all a facade on TV. It's all a facade on TV where they're actually proud to be holding that title, but then a part of them could just be like, man, these titles are so useless. We don't even defend them. But all they care about is how much diamonds and jewelry are on it. Oh, look at all the crystals we found in Australia. Because they were making it sound like they created it specifically for Australia. The crystals and gems they found in Australia. Look at all the beautiful crystals we found in Australia to make that title. No, it's the same ones from Saudi Arabia. It's the exact same ones from Saudi Arabia. They're trying to make it sound like they created it specifically for Australia. No, it's the same bloody ones from Saudi. If these ones are actually from Australia, then we should keep those, right? I guarantee you the next time they do Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, it'll be the exact same ones, and then they will say crystals and gems from Saudi Arabia. I'm like, yeah, sure. They're crystals and gems from Saudi Arabia. You said they were from Australia last year. That's what I mean, man. Like, they're the exact same ones from Saudi, and they want to make it sound like they made these specifically for Australia. No, get out of here, man. I don't buy that crap. These Crown Jewel titles are absolutely worthless. What do you even get from it? Oh, you get a nice little ring to wear on your hand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Liv Morgan and Cody Rhodes were very happy to be the first ones to have that honor of wearing that ring. Very sure they are very proud of it. Man, when Liv Morgan retires, she's going to tell the world her favorite accomplishment was winning being the first ever women's Crown Jewel champion. And I remember when Triple H put his head on my forehead and sweet talked me and put the title around my waist and put the ring on my hand as if he was going to marry me. But then when for Cody Rhodes, he just shook his hand and raised his hand and he did his signature point. I'm pretty sure the girls appreciate Triple H being all up close and personal with them. Like what he did with Stephanie Vakir. He got up close and personal with her and she just wanted to shake his hand. She just wanted to shake his hand but instead of just agreeing to the handshake, he goes in and gives her a hug. He goes in and gives her a hug, a really giant hug. He puts his head on her forehead and you can see her face. You can see the look on her face. She looks uncomfortable as hell. Triple H whispering, you're doing great, you're doing great. Well done, you're doing great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Steffi V knows how great she is. She could have literally gone to any other company. You don't need Triple H getting up close and personal with her and telling her how awesome she is. But he would have done the exact same thing to Tiffy time if Tiffy won the title. Triple H is all over these damn shows and he needs to stop. He needs to stop being on these shows. He needs to stop making them about himself. And that's the thing I didn't like. Triple H always making it about himself. What, so he can't present the Crown Jewel title to the winners of the Crown Jewel tournament? I'm sure the champions can get them themselves. I'm pretty sure the ring announcers can, or the referees, the friggin' referees. I'm pretty sure the referees of their match can go out of the ring, grab the giant-ass belt, and give it to the winner of the match and say, here you go, here's your crown jewel title. And then they can raise it up. I'm pretty sure they can do it on their own. We don't need Papa H coming out here, giving them the titles, and then treat them like they're children. Well done, well done, daughter number 310. God, you're so beautiful. God, you're so beautiful. Well done. Don't let the haters tell you any different. These crown jewel titles are absolutely worthless, and I don't care what anyone says. But anyway, minor little ranting aside, it's what I said earlier, that these shows, like the matches themselves, were going to be great. It's not always about the good wrestling, but at the end of the day, as I said, these matches were going to be good, but the question is, were the storylines going to be good? And the answer is unfortunately no, because they didn't do a lot of storytelling, because apparently, according to Triple H and AJ Styles, we don't need stories. We don't need to tell stories. Good job, Triple H. Good job of sabotaging AJ Styles there, buddy. But anyway, Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns kicked off the show. I was fully expecting Bronson to lose this. And they got a cricket bat. Roman Reigns used a cricket bat on Bronson Reed. Like, a cricket bat is like something is like a game Australia plays alongside England, because Wade Barrett also follows that. And then Roman Reigns, the crowd are like chanting, "We want tables." The crowd begin chanting, "We want tables," because of course they do. The crowd always chant, "We want tables." When there's a match that has no disqualifications in it, the first thing they want is tables. So Roman hears them chanting, "We want tables." So instead of grabbing a table, Roman grabs a mic and he tells everybody, "You want tables?" And the crowd go, "Yeah, we want tables." And then Roman responds, if you want your tribal chief to get you a table, then acknowledge me." And then they all go, "Yeah." And then Roman Reigns takes so long to grab the table. He takes so long to grab the table. He takes his sweet ass time pulling it out. Takes his sweet ass time picking it up, throwing it in the ring, and then Bronson Reed attacks him, and the crowd start chanting, "F you, Bronson." His own fellow countrymen were telling him to F him. F him. Now, I didn't like that. I didn't like the Australian fans booing him. I know he's a heel, but still. It just felt like Grayson Waller got cheered. Grayson Waller gets cheered in Australia, and he's like the most despicable heel out of all the Australians. He got more love during the Australia tour, and he wasn't even on the show. He was just there. He wasn't even booked for the show. He was there for a dark match on SmackDown, and he was also there on the kickoff show. They did a shoe. He and Rhea Ripley did a shoey with Io Sky. He's not even the part of the show, and he got more of a better reaction than Bronson Reed did. He got more love and respect from the Australian people than Bronson did tonight. Well, I should say last night. But anyway, Bron Breakker interferes. You knew that was going to happen. And then the Usos came out, which I also knew was going to happen. But then the commentators mentioned how the Usos were told to stay out of it. And I'm just like, typical. It's always fun whenever you hear it, where you got a storyline where they're like, "Oh, I want you to stay out of it." And then the people that get told to stay out of it disobey that order, and then they come out anyway. So, Jey Uso inadvertently spears Roman Reigns through a table. And this is where I actually got excited. I was like, wait, whoa, is Bronson actually going to win? And he does. Bronson Reed hits his tsunami and he pins Roman Reigns. He pins Roman Reigns and he wins. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, Patrick, Bronson only won because they were in Australia. If it was anywhere else in the world, Roman Reigns would have won. Now, you're probably right. Now, yes, you are probably 100% of the time correct. But here's the thing, it's Roman Reigns. Still, it's Roman Reigns. I'm taking it, okay? I'm taking it. I don't care if it's in Australia. I am taking this. This is a big win for Bronson Reed. This is a big win for him. Even if it's in Australia, I'm taking it. It's his biggest win, so I'm taking it. And then Roman Reigns was having a little sook after the match, getting mad at the Usos. He was having a little sook to the Usos, like, oh, I told you guys to stay out of it. I can't do shit on my own, and now you guys are disobeying me, and all that. He's like, we only do this one way. It's always we gotta do this one way. And then Jimmy's all like, we're just trying to help you, Uso. We're just trying to help you. And then Jey Uso is also throwing a little temper tantrum because Roman Reigns is making it all about himself. Yay! So it's the exact same story that we got years ago. It's the exact same story we got years ago. And apparently people want to see this. People want to see Jey Uso become tribal chief. Why? Why do we want to see Jey Uso become tribal chief? Then what kind of character does Roman Reigns have if he's not the tribal chief anymore? What, you want him to go back to being the big dog? You want him to revert back to being the big dog if he loses his Ulafalas? Unbelievable. I don't get why people want to see this garbage. I really do not get it. But people online always say, Bloodline equals cinema. Bloodline equals ratings. No, Bloodline equals put me to sleep. Because I'm sick and tired of this Bloodline nonsense. And Triple H is only doing it because he's a desperate man who needs ratings. He's a desperate man who needs ratings. And that is the only reason why he's doing it. Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffy Stratton for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. This match only went for 10 minutes. Yes, I am not exaggerating. This was the shortest match on the card, and I have to say, as much as I really like both women, it was the weakest match on the card. Stratton looked great in her Aussie ring attire. Well, she wore that on SmackDown. But she looked great in her Aussie-inspired ring attire. But this is what I mentioned before at the start, where I said that Triple H was being a bit chummy, and being a bit chummy with Stephanie Vaquer. I think it looked a bit uncomfortable. Like, Stephanie would hit her SVB. And look, I don't like that Tiffany Stratton just casually kicked out of the SVB, like the backbreaker. Like the SVB is her backbreaker finisher, and then Stratton just casually kicks out of it like it's just like an average move. It's one of her finishing moves, and she just kicks out of it like it's just your average backbreaker. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. So Stratton fails to hit her prettiest moonsault ever throughout the match. So they pretty much protected Tiffany's finisher. They pretty much protected Tiffany's finisher because Stephanie V never got hit with the move and never kicked out of it. So they're protecting Tiffany's move. Look, I don't understand what's so special and what's supposed to be pretty about that moonsault. What, that she can go from the bottom rope to the top, to the middle rope, then to the top rope, and then jump off? I mean, Jacob Fatu has a similar finisher. He has a similar finisher to that. Jacob Fatu's finisher is exactly the same as Tiffany's. But then people want to say, oh, that moonsault's even better. Then you got Charlotte, who also does a moonsault, which is just a regular one. Then you got Io Sky, who also does a moonsault. There are so many wrestlers that just do moonsaults as their finishers now. The moonsault is becoming way more overexposed than the spear. The spear and the moonsault are becoming the new modern wrestling moves that are becoming too overexposed. oh, but Tiffany and Jacob Fatu's is different because they're jumping from different turnbuckles. It doesn't matter. It's still the same damn move. I don't know why that should be protected. There's nothing to protect about a moonsault. But, you know, it should be protected because it's their finishing move. That's why, Patrick. But Steffi V's finishing move is the SVB that I just told you that Tiffy kicked out of. We're not going to use that. We're just not going to use that analogy for Steffi V as well. But anyway, Steffi did her corkscrew moonsault. Great, we got another moonsault. Well, it does look pretty, but it's still a moonsault. That move finishes Stratton off, and she caught, and it gets her the 1, 2, 3. So Stephanie Vacquier becomes the first person to pin Tiffy this year because she was undefeated. She was 17-0 heading into this show. And now fans are already calling Stephanie a Hogan. Yay, the H word that I hate so much. So I saw a screenshot of a fan calling Stephanie Vacquier a Hogan because she beat Tiffany Stratton. Like, bro, this is Stratton's first loss this year. This is Stratton's first loss this year, and you're telling me Stephanie is a Hogan? Oh, but Tiffany should have won the match. Tiffany hasn't lost all year. Tiffany hasn't lost all year. So how was Tiffany not a Hogan? How come we're not calling anyone Tiffany Hogan? How come she wasn't being called a Hogan? She was undefeated all year, just like Stephanie was. It's unbelievable. And this is why this crown jewel thing is stupid. And this is why this crown jewel thing is stupid. You now had to break an undefeated streak. Someone's undefeated streak had to be broken because of this dumb title. Did Stratton or Vacquier one of them need to lose their undefeated streaks? This title is pointless. It does nothing for Stephanie's career. It's just bragging rights. That's all it is. Congratulations, Steffi V. You got yourself a nice little ring to wear on your hand. That means nothing in the long run. John Cena and AJ Styles. This match is more of a finisher fest than anything, because while it was nice to hear the introduction that John Cena gave for AJ Styles, I just think that it was just a big, massive time wasting just listening to Alicia Taylor giving both John Cena and AJ Styles special introductions, but I guess that's just me being nitpicking at this point. I don't know why they're still calling him the real world champion. That's a heel thing. That was his whole heel gimmick. The never seen 17 gracing us with his presence for the last time. The last real world champion. That was a heel thing. That was a heel thing. Why are we still using that for John Cena? That was supposed to be his heel shtick, but now he's a good guy. Now we're supposed to agree he's the last real world champion. So you're basically discrediting Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Just discrediting Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Oh, but John Cena's the last real world champion. So Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins aren't real world champions then? Then what the hell are they wearing? What the hell are Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins wearing? Replica belts? Fakes? You can't call John Cena the last real world champion and discredit Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I know it's his retirement tour, but I don't agree with that. Like, that only worked when he was a heel. He's not a heel anymore, so we shouldn't be calling him the last real world champion. You're basically discrediting Cody and Seth. So that means every other champion going forward are not real world champions. because this company said John Cena is the last real world champion. So there you go. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins aren't real world champions then, because this company said so. So I guess I should, so the next time I see someone win a world title, I'm like, well, they're not a real world champion because this company said John Cena's the last real world champion. Cena and Styles do have a good match. They do have a good match, but I hate to say it was way too finisher heavy. Way too finisher heavy. John Cena paying homages to Randy, Miz, Taker, Kane, Styles doing Sting's moves. And look, people might say, oh, this is good. People might say that's good, but I think that's a little overboard. I thought it was a little overboard. They even teased, they even wanted to see John Cena do a 619, and John Cena was about to do it, but then AJ Styles interrupted. But the match ends with Cena doing Taker's Tombstone Pile Driver and then an AA, and that ends AJ Styles. Oh, one thing I should mention is that this crowd really likes to chant, this is awesome. Because the Bronson-Roman match was not even a minute in, and fans are already chanting this is awesome. Tiffany and Steffi didn't get this is awesome. They didn't get a this is awesome chant. John Cena and AJ Styles got a this is awesome chant just for staring at each other. Just for standing there and staring at each other for 5 minutes. And they got a this is awesome chant. Can you guys not be that way, please? Can fans actually be real fans instead of just being so ridiculous? Like, you're gonna say this is awesome just for Cena and Styles staring at each other? I get holy shit. I get maybe holy shit, but they're just staring at each other for like 5-10 minutes and they're just going, this is awesome. This is awesome. And then my dad, who was watching it with me, he responds by saying, what's so awesome about this? They haven't done anything. Like, come on, man. Like, that is not the right time to do the this is awesome chant. If you're gonna do that chant, you should do it at the right time when it matters. Not when they're just staring at each other for 10 minutes. Yeah, I didn't like that very much. Oh, and another thing I hated, and you're really gonna get on, and this may get on a lot of people's nerves. I cannot stand that singing wrestlers' names. The whole Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Dirty Dom. It's so annoying. Please stop. I blame France for this. They're the ones that started it, and now every other place has to do it. It's like when one country starts something, it's like, oh, now everywhere else we got to do the exact same thing. But apparently this is a good thing. Because according to wrestling fans, international shows are great. All these chants are brilliant. No, they're annoying. They get annoying after a while. You can't sit there and tell me you would listen to an audience sing a wrestler's name throughout the entire match. It would get absolutely annoying after a while. It gets so annoying. I get it for doing it for maybe 1 or 2 wrestlers. But does every wrestler need it? Does Dirty Dom need it? He certainly doesn't need it. I get Cody. I get Roman. Does Dirty Dom need it? Does Io Sky need that chant? Well, I'm adding her to the list because she got it tonight. Does every damn wrestler need to have their name sung? No. That's why the chant is annoying. I get it if you do it for a few people, but not everybody needs it. But thankfully, they didn't do it in the John Cena AJ match. Good thing they didn't do it then. But But good thing they didn't do it then, because otherwise I would have been pretty annoyed. They didn't do it during the Stephanie Tiffy match either, because, oh, well, their names are too long to probably do the song. Or maybe because the match wasn't that good and the fans didn't feel like reacting. Who knows? But again, Styles would win with a tombstone pile driver and an AA combo to pretty much win the match. And this is where the chant unfortunately returns as Io Sky teams up with Rhea Ripley to face off against Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Yeah, now you guys see how annoying it is. If I keep doing that, do you think it's going to annoy you? If I constantly do that over and over and over again, is that going to get on your nerves, or are you going to call me a real fan? Oh, you're enjoying the show. That's what people say whenever they do that chant. Oh, they're into it. No, they're not into it. They're bored. And I think it's annoying. So Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, as they're called, Rio, take on the Kabuki Warriors. Why do they keep fusing wrestlers' names together? Fusing names together was only cool during Dragon Ball Z. Vegito and Gogeta and Gotenks made name fusions cool. I don't know why every single tag team needs to have their names fused. Roxkel, Shalexa, Baysha. That's Sasha Banks and Bailey, for those who had no idea who the hell that was. Rio. Why do we need to merge everyone's names together? Liv Kel. Who else was there? I can't think of anyone else, but you get my point. So many times whenever a tag team was together, I mean, hell, they even did one for teams that weren't even really a thing, like Sasha and Alexa. I think their one was Alexa or Salexa. I can't remember what theirs was, but yeah, like they even did one for a team that wasn't even a real thing, being Alexa and Sasha. Yeah, they'd never become a team, not even in a million years. Never in a million years will they'll ever be a tag team. But yeah, like it's just, I just think that's really annoying. Can we please come up with a real name for a team? If you're gonna put people together, please give them a real name. Like, live for the, like, brutality of the sky. Or the geniuses of brutality. That sounds better than Rio. Brutality of the Sky is what I'm going to be calling them, because unlike these modern fans, I can actually come up with actually real names for these teams. So Io Sky and Ripley win, and I actually will admit they did a good job of convincing me that the Kabuki Warriors could have actually won here. But one thing I actually will say, I actually like that Io put the Australia flag on her boot. She has it on her boot. Like, her ring attire was like the colours of Australia, like white, red and blue. So I do appreciate that. And obviously Rhea had the Australia flag on her top and jacket. And Cody Rhodes also had the Australia flag on his on the back of his jacket as well, which I thought was really cool. And like I said, Tiffany Stratton also did the same thing on SmackDown. So Ripley and Io win, with Kairi Sane, with the no shock of anyone, being the one that gets pinned. Even I saw that. Even I predicted that was going to happen. Rhea would hit the riptide, she'd tag Io, and then Io would hit the over the moonsault for the win. Pretty predictable. I mean, Rhea and Io were never going to lose. But I will say they did a good job of convincing me that maybe Kairi and Asuka could have won, because it was actually a pretty good match. Anyway, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Another one of those crown jewel things. They nearly wrestled for 30 minutes over a pointless title. 29 minutes of action over a really shitty, pointless title. And the song's back. Cody Rhodes! Cody Rhodes! My favorite song is back. They did it in 3 matches. 3 matches tonight. They did it for Io Sky. I groaned when I heard them do it for Io because I was like, oh my god, she's already got her own chant. But no, everyone's got to have their name sung. Seth, people still sing Seth Rollins' theme despite him being a heel. Guys, we don't sing for bad guys. Oh, I guess Seth is a cool heel, I guess. So he comes out alone because Paul Heyman tells Reed and Breakker to stay backstage because he doesn't want them to get involved and let Seth handle his own business. So Seth uses the Rolex watch to win. He uses Cody's Rolex watch, stomps Cody, and wins. That's how he wins after 29 minutes of action over a shitty title that means nothing. Hey Triple H, why don't you get in Seth Rollins' face? Why don't you put your head on his head and strap the title around his waist like you did for Stephanie? Oh no, you're just gonna shake his hand and raise his arm up and then do your little signature point and then walk off? Alright, fair enough. I mean, you should have just done that for Stephanie back here instead of just being a little creepy by putting the belt around her waist and getting really close to her and making her look very, very uncomfortable. Yeah, you wouldn't do that to any of the guys now, would you? They'll tell you to get the hell out of my face. So, yeah, man, the chant is just so annoying. Like, the singing is so annoying. These crown jewel titles were pointless. Well, like, again, as I said, the show's matches were great, but I just don't, like, I'm happy Bronson won. I'm happy Bronson beat Roman, even if it's in Australia. But, you know, overall, it was still an alright show if you just enjoy wrestling and all that, but man, Triple H just needs to make himself less known when it comes to pay-per-views and stop making it all about him. But this is the Triple H Paul Levesque era, and this is the era where people have to, and it's the era that people would rather kiss up to Triple H because, oh, it's better than Vince. I already know the fans tomorrow on Raw are going to do the Dirty, Dirty Tom chant. I already know. Well, I shouldn't say tomorrow, Tuesday. I'm recording this on Sunday. I already know the fans are going to do Dirty, Dirty Dom on Tuesday. I already know the Australia fans are going to sing Dirty Dom's song. Because Triple H hates me. No, we gotta keep singing songs. We gotta keep singing because we hate Patrick. Gotta make sure that every wrestler's name gets sung to really drive our fans crazy. The fans who get sick and tired of the chant and who find it annoying, let's just keep doing it to drive them crazy. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.